The 992nd edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy ho, DeGenerinos, and Happy New Year. Welcome to episode 992 of the MMA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. First episode, 2026. It's dedicated to 2026 because for sure it's going to be a great year. I am one of your hosts. I'm still Spicy Paya, or Paha. Paya. Jeff Fox. Paya, Jeff Fox. I got to change the name, though. I'm not really a massive fan of that, but hey, we're gonna go with it for now. No, I changed it to mild. Actually, I'm mild Paya,
but it says spicy on the bottom, man.
I know. I got to change it on the screen. That's why I got confused.
Could it be medium Paya for the new year? Like you spiced it up a little.
Maybe, but no, he didn't do very good in his fight. I heard. That's Gumby Vreeland. We're of course talking about some influencer guy in Czech Republic, because that's what we do on this show, especially when the UFC is not running for about a month. As you see from the title, this is another Futures episode. We got 6 more weight classes to go. I have spent too much money, I see, so I'm gonna have to tone back my bets. I'm gonna have to, increase my bets on the long shots. So anyhow, we're doing featherweight today. As I said, it's Gumby Vreeland. How's 2026 going for you, Gumby? The first 4 days of it, everything great?
A little boring in terms of the MMA. Haven't really been able to watch very much MMA. There was a local event up here in the Northeast yesterday, Saturday, and I think there was one pro fight in it, and I found myself watching a little of it because I was like, this is all we've got. Yeah, so we're jonesing to get back to some MMA action, and there is an Aries this weekend. I did feel like mentioning. We aren't planning on covering it because we do have to finish up our Futures episodes and. But keep an eye out on the YouTube Reels if you're a follower of ours on YouTube, and make sure to hit the subscribe button. And you should most likely be seeing some maybe bonus picks to kick off the New Year's for Aries when that comes around.
Excellent. Yeah, Gumby has a complicated relationship with Aries. So
yeah, it's love-hate and emphasis on the second half.
Yeah, exactly. I got my MMA fix by stretching out watching Ryzen. I took my time watching Ryzen. Long event, good event though, right? That was it was a fun event in Ryzen. We saw the greatest women's atomweight get dropped. That was exciting. But then ended up winning, of course. But yeah, it was a pretty good spectacle, pretty good fights. I think you did pretty good with your picks as well.
I can give you the regional recap. I just finished up. Sure. I finished up doing my spreadsheet for 2025. It's completely done and over. No more picks to put in. We ended up 48.5 units, so just short of 50. Nice. But our goal was higher than last year, which was 44.3. There you go. And that's a 1 unit bet on every single pick. No passes allowed. And hit 63% in like a 6.5% return on investment. So overall, good stuff. And this is the real stat. I went through it. And I pulled just my regional underdogs record. So remember, I was up 48.5 units on the year total. But on regional underdogs, I was up 56 units.
Whoa, that's great.
Yeah, so I was actually down like 7 or 8 units on a regional favorites. But hey, that's for everybody out there who complains when I go too dog heavy, that's right there. That's why I was hitting like 42% and up 55 units.
Well, it makes sense, right? Because those lines aren't as sharp as UFC lines because there's not a whole bunch of money coming in on it. So it totally makes
and you're way likely to hit a big underdog on the regional side than you are in the UFC, right? Like a 4-to-1 is going to cash on the regional side way more likely than a 4-to-1 is going to cash in the UFC.
Yeah, you're going to see more upsets for sure. Because the level is just not as high. That's one issue with the UFC is everyone's pretty much at the same level, so you're going to see less finishes, less massive dogs, that type of thing. So let's dive into some featherweights. After I remind you, you can get access to all of our free picks and podcasts in one convenient place, the SGPN app. Download it for free in your app store. Just type in SGPN. Lots of good stuff on there. All right. I've got $495 left. Oh,
we should go over
maybe you want to tell people the rules first.
Yeah. So if this is your first time catching one of our futures episodes, let me quickly go down with you the rules we've been using to talk about futures this year to make it just a little bit more interesting. So each of us is going to start with $2,000 for this futures game, and that's going to go for all of our futures episodes put together. So make sure you watch all 11 of them when we're done with it. And we've decided we have to spend 1,000 of it on best bets, which are odds less than 1,200, and the other $1,000 on long shots, which are odds greater than 1,200. We have to spend money on both a best bet and a long shot for every single weight class. We could do multiples, but at least one in every single weight class. So at the end of the day, we can't make less than 22 plays. Bets are going to be seen as bonus bets, which means the payout does not include the stake to keep us from just becoming the chalkiest individuals on the planet.
All right, so there you have it. Thank you, Gumby. I've spent a little more. Well, I've spent actually way more than I should have so far. I spent $505, so I got an average of about $83 left per best bet. Gumby's only spent. Oh, actually, you spent even more. You spent $530, so you got to cut back your spending as well going forward. But then my long shots, I've only spent $315. Gumby spent $435, so I got more money for the long shots coming up. Maybe that's a good thing for the heavier weight classes. I don't know. I'm enjoying doing this on the fly without putting a heck of a lot, because usually I have put a whole bunch of research into all of our episodes. It's kind of nice just to do it on the fly. So we're doing featherweights, as we said. Last year, neither of us hit our picks. I had Ilya Topuria, which he technically didn't lose. You have Diego Lopez. He had a shot at it, which was good. They were our best bets, and then our locks. I had Mariscal. You had Silva and Choi, and neither of those came through because, once again, it is Alexander Volkanovski.
I had Doobu Choi, Korean Superboy.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he had just had that one really good fight and then disappeared again. Mm-hmm. I forgot about that one really good fight at the end of 2024.
It was plus, and he didn't fight at all last year, I think. He had him at plus 25,000. So, you know. Yeah, Mariscal at the same number. Yeah, I had Mariscal at the same number. So we had some big ones there, but maybe improbably, someone reclimbed the mountain. Obviously, different circumstances than normally happens. The champ left the division, and so Volkanovski filled that void. He's beaten, young challengers though, so it's not like he's just got it by default. So he is our champ heading into 2026 again. It is an old weight class. Lists Cub Swanson as the oldest fighter. I don't know if he's still technically.
He's sort of still active, I think.
Yeah, he's 42. Do you know Darren Elkins is 41 already?
Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah,
I would have guessed older. I would have guessed older.
and then Josh Emmett is 40, so it's quite an old division. A lot of guys getting close to 40 there as well. We're going to see more of that. Obviously, the heavier weight class as we go. The youngest in the division, Isaac Thompson, 23.
Oh, the new signee.
Yeah, yep. And then Kevin Vlahos and Austin Bashir, 24. So there are some nice up-and-comers in this division as well. There are a few fights booked, and most of them actually are on numbered events, we're going to call them, going forward, and which means most of them actually are meaningful fights. We have a championship fight already booked. Volkanovski, for some reason, UFC 325 in Sydney. Not for some reason he's fighting in Sydney. That makes sense. He's fighting February 1st in Sydney. Diego Lopez, though, is a challenger, which, okay, whatever. He's fun. So, but I don't think he's obviously not the least deserving of a title shot, but there are quite a few people I would put ahead of him. We got a favorite of Gumby's, Brian Ortega. You don't seem to ever want to quit him. He's fighting Hanato Moicano. That's UFC 326.
Is that a rematch?
In March. It sounds like it would have happened already, right?
I feel like it happened already.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes, it did. I'm sorry. Way back. Ortega submitted him July 2017.
Yeah, there you go.
You pick Ortega again, Gumby. Yeah. Lerone Murphy, Movsar Evloev, the two guys who have rightful claims for the title. It should be a three-way, and no Diego Lopez. They are fighting. I assume it would be the main event. Maybe not, though. The fight night in the O2 Arena in London in March 21st. You would like to say that is a number one contender fight, but
I assume it is. Yeah.
but it's hard to say if they like either guy.
Well, I think they don't. I think they don't like either guy, and I think that's
Right.
why they're making them fight each other too, though.
To get rid of,
because then you only have to give a title shot to one of them, and not both of them.
Yep. Arnold Allen, he's still around. He's actually in his 30s now. Finally, he's fighting Gian Silva. That is coming up a couple weeks, end of the month, UFC 324, and that is it. But all actually, Yijia can awfully. They're a few years off for being top contenders, but mostly good fights. Obviously, some of the matchmaking we have issues with, but all those fights are meaningful, right? Top of the division, meaningful.
Yeah, those are good ones. Yeah. Do you want to get into plays now?
Let's get into some plays now. All right, is it my turn or your turn first?
Little best bet graphic, pop it up on the bottom of the screen. It is your turn to go first in the best bets category.
Can't believe I'm doing it, but I'm gonna go chalk. I think I'm taking Alexander Volkanovski with my first pick. I see him at plus 170. Do you see him better?
I got 175.
Oh, I'll take that. Obviously he's already beaten his first challenger that he's up against. It is early in the year, and Volkanovski likes to stay busy, even at his advanced age, at least for the sport. So I wouldn't be surprised. Well, obviously I would expect him to fight twice, maybe even 3 times. Obviously Lopez is also a dangerous guy that could finish him, but Volkanovski, he's probably has risen again. He pushed back Lopez already, and I don't see someone that jumps out at me saying this guy is going to be the next guy that's going to have a real good challenge for Volkanovski. He's like, I don't even know who is going to get the next title shot after this, because like we say, it should be Murphy or Evelev, but I don't even know who's going to win that fight. And I don't know if either of those guys really have the game that's going to beat Volkanovski either. Obviously, age, Father Time is the guy that's going to eventually beat him. But I will take him. I will only take $50 on Volkanovski at this point at plus 175.
All right, I'm going to go chalk too, but I'm going to take $100 on Volkanovski.
Okay.
Plus 175. I tried to dig through this division, especially in the under 1,200 category here, our best bets category, and look for value. And like I said, I didn't find odds big enough on Diego Lopez to tempt me to think he might beat Volkanovski.
What are the odds for that fight? Have they been booked yet? Do you know?
I haven't seen them yet, but I'm sure they're out there. But I don't really, I'm not convinced that he can beat him. And then, like you said, it's down to Lerone Murphy, which what's his path to beating Volkanovski? Out volume? Right. I guess he has some knockout power, but he hasn't been ridiculously good with the knockouts outside of that, fun spinning elbow. Evloev, I hear the argument for him being a wrestler friendly guy, but the guy went 5 of 17. Was it Arnold Allen he fought?
That he did that fight
against? Yeah, and he was 5 of 17 against Arnold Allen with 3 minutes of top control time. Yeah. So what is he going to do in a 5-round fight with Volkanovski? He ain't going to hold him down.
Who's ever done that to Volkanovski? Who's ever taken Volkanovski down and actually?
Volkanovski took Islam down, right? And that dude's the welterweight champ of the world now. So for me, I just don't see a path to somebody underneath 1,200 taking him out. So as a result, if you're going to put a best bet down in this division, odds under 1,200, I think it's got to be Volkanovski only, in my opinion. So that's going to be my play. I got 100 on him there.
Yeah. I just took less because I have to spend less, and age obviously is an issue. I don't see. There's not another Ilya Topuria in the division. It's going to take a guy that can finish you like that guy to get Volkanovski out. But Father Time actually has the greatest knockout punch of all, does he not?
Yeah.
So it could.
So do you have no other best bet for this one?
No, I think I'm going to save my money for other divisions where things are more
fluid,
cloudy for me, I guess, hazy for me, I guess you could say. Not that this one's a slam dunk. Like I said, he's an older fighter who's been knocked out, but we already went through it. I don't see anyone that really is a viable challenger for him at this point. So if you want to throw more money down, go right ahead. Do you have more?
Nope.
Or not?
I'm done too. Cool. Yeah, it's just Volkanovski for me at the top. All right. In terms of who's
shocking, right?
Yeah,
shocking.
I didn't see it going down that way, but the more and more I dug into the numbers, the just less and less interested I was in, plus 500 on Movsar Evloev, who will have to beat Lerone Murphy at home, convince the UFC he's not the most boring fighter in the world, and then somehow lay on Volkanovski for 15 minutes. I don't, in 15 minutes of 25 minutes while staying, safe for the other 10. And I just, man, it's just so many ifs for plus 500.
Yep. There sure is. All right, before we get hopefully to some nice long shot plays, to tell you about Kalshi. We were just partnering up with Kalshi, a real money prediction market, legal in all 50 states. So in all 50 states, you can trade tons of markets in sports, including NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. Plus, you can even trade props like first touchdowns. Besides sports, they have tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment, hell, they even have weather. Kalshi, you can trade anything. Gumby, is it still a weekly article?
Yeah, we're getting more action over on sportsgamblingpodcast.com with Kalshi. Make sure you check out all my articles there. We're going to be doing some NFL playoff markets. We're going to be doing some Champions League soccer markets this month. So just keep your eyes peeled there. There's tons of good stuff. And there's even some UFC champion future markets. So, nice. If you hear something you like here, go check it out on Kalshi as well.
Yep. So check out Gumby's article. He will give you lots of ideas if you need some help on what to start with on Kalshi. New Kalshi customers, you can get $20 when you use promo code SGPN. So it's Kalshi. It's KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And we are also brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Underdog has you covered this holiday season. It's still a holiday season. Some people haven't even done Christmas yet. Some countries, I think. They have Underdog Unwrapped. You unwrap tons of promos all throughout the holidays, all throughout the year for that matter. Gumby's probably got to play for you right now, I'm guessing.
Sure. We got a showdown between the Suns and Oklahoma City tonight, Sunday. Look, the Suns are going to be trailing the entire game, probably pretty brutally, and they're going to try to shoot themselves out of it. So give me the higher than 2.5 3-pointers made by Dylan Brooks. It's Jeff's favorite player in the whole wide world.
Oh, yeah.
As a big Suns fan, he loves guys who just fire away from nowhere. Grayson Allen still beat up, so it's obviously going to be Dylan Brooks on Sunday.
You got it. He plays for my favorite team, and he plays for my country's national team, so I can't get away from the guy. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 on bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. All right, back to, usually I say we're going back to somewhere, but we're back to
the featherweight division.
The featherweight division, the internet. All right, I looked up UFC 325 odds. We got Volkanovski at -151, Lopez +147. If that changes anyone's thoughts on future plays or anything like that, does that change anything for you, Gumby?
It just makes me feel like if I was going to, like, if we were doing this in real life, and not, with some like fictional $1,000 that I found, I would found
$1,000. Nice.
I would maybe just consider taking Volkanovski's money line and then rolling over my winnings and betting that on him the second time. And then if for some reason he has to fight 3 times, you've probably already made your money, even if he loses the third one, and you can just pocket it. Yep. If he winds up only fighting once, you'd probably wind up less. But like you said, he's an active kind of guy. So like you're probably going to get better than +175 just by doing it that way instead.
We haven't done any of the silly names that are on the list. There are so many.
I wrote down a couple. Hang on. I'm in Zahabi.
Who some of these people are?
I'm in Zahabi's in this one, and that's confusing because he's a bantamweight.
Has he ever fought at featherweight? He hasn't recently, at least.
And then my other favorite one was Kron Gracie.
Yes,
who not only did the UFC release, but he went to go fight on a outside event in New York City last month, and the state of New York would not clear him to fight in their state, saying that he is not. I don't know why they didn't allow him.
You
to
suck.
Fight,
you can't fight. You're not good at this.
Maybe they watched his last fight.
Yeah. We have Alex Caceres on the book too. Alex Caceres, who's not in the UFC anymore either. There's people.
Where's Caceres now?
I think he left. I'm not paused. See, now you're.
It feels like he's like on a dirty boxing card coming up.
Yeah, he's on the UFC. I'm not sure where he is.
I bet you he's fighting dirty boxing.
That seems to be where fighters go to die nowadays, right?
No, boxing? I think dirty boxing is like if you still plan on like getting re-signed or signing with PFL or something, it's something to keep you busy without having to go all the way down to bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah. Used to be karate combat, but that apparently is.
They apparently are not paying their fighters.
Yeah, they're not paying people. Which
let's say according to reports. According to reports.
Yes, according to reports. All right. There's people who's. I'm assuming these are contenders. These people that I have forgotten who they are. I'm going to ask Gumby who these people are. Where are they? They're higher up. They were higher up in the odds too. A bunch of names I've Don't remember. Who is Marwan Rahiki?
He's the Aussie from City Kickboxing who made it to the UFC from Contender Series.
Javier
Aussie.
Reyes.
Ooh, now I'm feeling New Zealand. Kiwi?
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know who he is. I can't remember. Javier Reyes, same thing, right?
Yeah.
He's Contender Series.
He's the Ecuadorian dude.
Okay. I remember Murtaza Magomedov. Now that I think about it, he's another Contender Series guy, right?
Yep.
Tommy McMillan, he's Contender Series as well.
Mm-hmm. That's Sean O'Malley's boy.
Right, yes. Ramiro Jimenez. Another Contender Series. Okay. See, I apparently I don't remember my Contender Series people because they haven't fought in the UFC yet. All right. They're all long shots if people want to bet any of those. Not the longest of long shots though, because they're actually in the division and in the promotion, which helps.
Can't believe that Ivan Zahabi is such a hilarious one to me.
I know. Well, they have Sean O'Malley as well, but he doesn't technically get it. I guess that would make
he's more likely to change weight than some of the other guys.
Yeah, he's a guy who would step into a title shot too, possibly. Yeah. He may not be the worst of plays. Maybe I'm stealing something from Gumby. He hasn't made his special plays yet, but his probably isn't the worst pick here. He's the type of guy that could be.
He's made no indication that he's moving. That's the only reason that I wouldn't go. Like, you're right. He seems like the kind of guy who they just move up and put into a title fight when somebody dropped out and they couldn't get somebody last second. He's like the perfect guy to step in and fight like Volk on like, a month's notice or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, if he's never indicated, exactly. I'm not going to assume. So
yeah. And he's tall. I think that's one of the reasons why we think it as well. But he fought at flyweight somehow earlier in his career. So, all right, you gonna make a real play now, Gumby?
Let's do it. Long shot odds. I got a couple that I'm gonna play on this one. The one that I'm gonna put the most money on, and I'll start with the Mean Machine, Steve Garcia.
Yep.
Incredible win streak. I think just because of the shape of the dude, people just assume he's like not that good, right? Like, like he's not like super buff, or he's not like one of those like stringy, long Sean O'Malley looking dudes. He's just like, he looks like a guy. And he's obliterated everybody he's fought recently. He's looked really. I mean, that fight with David Onama was not competitive in any way, shape, or form. Plus 1600s, maybe a little lower than I would have liked, but I'm going to take $75 on the Mean Machine.
Okay, so that was let me see. Sorry, how much was it again? I was
$75.
$75, right? And it was plus
16 to 1, plus 1600.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't see him. I saw him worse than that. So all right, he's a guy I'm thinking of, but I'm not going to take him right off the bat. Guy I'm going to take off the bat is Yusuf Zalal, another similar, I guess you could say, to Garcia, another guy on a roll, winning lots of fights, finishing lots of people. May not. I would be surprised if he got a title shot this year, but stranger things.
That's what a long shot is. That's what a long shot is.
Yep, exactly. Give me $50 on him. I see him at plus 4,000. Do you see him better?
That's the best I see. Is 40 to 1.
That's a good number. So give me $50 on that.
I actually considered him as well too. You know what scared me away is just like how bad he's looked at times, and I don't mean like not winning good, but just like sometimes he wins and it's really hard to watch. It wasn't the case in the he just tapped out Josh Emmett, right? Am I remembering that right?
Yes. Yep.
And that was like an exciting fight, but like before that, I want to say he like danced around Calvin Kattar in like the most heinous of fashion. So I think that fight scared me away. I've got two more. I'm gonna sprinkle on the last two here. I'm gonna take Melky Costa. 150 to 1, Melky Costa. The guy went 4-0 in 2025. 4-0. I like completely missed it, I feel like, and like not against slouches. Sometimes you see somebody went 4-0 and you're like, okay, yeah, who'd Bobby Green beat up this year? But like instead it's like he beat Andre Fili. He just had a brutal knockout of Morgan Charrier, like a knockout of the year candidate of Morgan Charrier. Like Melky Costa is like maybe one of the more interesting guys in the division right now because he like brings a very fun fight. He's kind of like Gian Silva light, right? Like, he like brings that same kind of like chaos. Clearly has the knockout power as we saw in his last fight. So like, 150 to 1 on this one. Like it's gonna take another 3 wins and like good timing in December, but I'll take Melky Costa plus 15,000 and
15,000.
Yeah, 15,000. So 150 to 1.
Nice.
and I'm gonna say I'll take $15 on him.
15. Yep. Pizza bet. I will. I'll take O'Malley. Why not? We have as we just did, but we plotted out a pretty easy path to a title shot for him. If I would say bantamweight probably is maybe a little more clogged up for him, and probably not. I guess that if Jan keeps the belt, then he's got a path to a title
especially because he beat Jan.
Yeah. I'll still take a little bit on. I'll take, like, as Gumby said, $15 on him. I see him at plus 2,500. Do you see him better than that?
So no, that's the best I see.
Okay, 2,500, $15.
Okay. And then I'm going to throw one more down here to close this out. I'm going to take Kevin Vallejos. You mentioned the young up-and-comer Kevin Vallejos coming off of brutally knocking out Giga Chikadze, which is, no small feat. That guy's tough and especially tough on the feet. I think he's probably not going to get pushed up fast enough that he could potentially do this because he's young, and why would you push him this quickly? But he's 150 to 1 as well. So I'll throw another $15 on him. 150 to 1, Kevin Vallejos.
Hey, these things could happen. It could be like a last minute type of thing. You never know, right? With these people. I'll take one more. I'll take Garcia as you did. $50 on Steve Garcia plus 1,600. He's another guy who has that one shot power that could put out an older guy like Volkanovski, and you never know. He is pretty exciting in the cage, so he could, like I said, either short notice or even get a legit title shot. Maybe the UFC needs someone for Volkanovski in another Australia fight later in the year, and he's available. So give me him for $50.
All right, and I'm gonna close it out there. Those are the only 3 long shots that I like.
Yep. All right, we will close up the episode after I remind you about Novig. We're brought to you by Novig. It's Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices because they have reduced juice on bets. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And Rhythm has crushed NFL this season, especially on props. They've been really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. College basketball is up and running as well, and with 300 plus schools, Rhythm has predictions for every game, every night. It pairs nicely with SGPN's daily The College Experience shows with Mac, Colby, and Noah. That way, every game you are prepared. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house, model, or make your own and play with the sliders. With so many sports and the holidays, this makes it easy to get an elite prediction on a game. That way you can focus on other sports and other things. Gumby, do you have an elite prediction for the people?
Sure. We already talked about the Suns versus the Thunder. You know where this one's going. Take the Thunder, laying 9.5 against the Phoenix Suns. I can't imagine the Suns keeping up with the way that the Thunder has been this year. Even though they're on a little bit of a downward turn, they're still going to cover the 10. Yeah. So take the Thunder, laying the points.
Yeah, a little downward turn. They're only going to win 70 games this year instead of 75.
They were on pace for like 77 for a minute.
Yes. Yeah. As long as they're not playing the Spurs, they normally win and cover. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. So download Rhythm, RITHMM, and use our promo code SGPN25. All right, so Gumby and I got our plays here. We both have Volkanovski, or do you have a graphic for the people for this?
I have a graphic, but you can talk through it because usually when I'm loading it up, it's my voice sounds a little funky.
Yep, we both have Volkanovski. Gumby has more money on Volkanovski than I do. I have $50 on Volkanovski. Gumby has $100 on Volkanovski. We got him at plus 175. Obviously, shop around. Maybe by the time you get your money down, it'll be better somewhere else. And then our long shots, I have Yusuf Zalal, $50 plus 4,000. There it is on your screen. I have Sean O'Malley, $15 at 2,500. We both have the Mean Machine, Steve Garcia. I have him at $50 at plus 1,600. Gumby's putting 75 on him at that. And then Gumby also has a couple real big long shots. These will be very nice if one of these hit for you. Melky Costa, favorite of mine. He's got $15 in him at plus. That's the number so big I can't even say it. 15,000. Kevin Vallejos, another favorite of mine. There's a lot of big hitters coming up. $15, same number plus.
Can I make a quick complaint about the odds on this division too? Because I realized when I was doing this, and I even made a note over here because I'm planning these things, not like you. I'm a little miffed that pretty much every book I looked at has Myron Santos listed as a lightweight.
Yeah.
And I know he went up to lightweight for one fight, but he fought Sadiq Youssef, who's also a featherweight. And he spent every other fight in this division, including his last fight, which he won at featherweight over Mohamed Naimov, who he handled very easily. I think like if he was here at like 1,600 or maybe 2,000, I'd maybe be even more interested in him than Steve Garcia. But just like books, I could not find a book that had him listed as a featherweight and not a lightweight. All of them had him as lightweight. So I don't know why, but it was kind of a bummer to me.
Are you listening, people? Are you listening? I'm sure books watch the show. Do what Gumby needs you to do. All right. Who's the professor finesser? Professor Finesser, Gumby. Have you heard of that nickname before?
I don't think so.
Ethan Ewing apparently is the professor.
Oh, okay.
This is a good division for nicknames and for up and coming fighters. All right, plot out the year as I've always asked you to do for every division. We already know the first fight. I think we're both picking Volkanovski to win that fight. That's coming up, I guess, really less than a month from now. Then what happens?
Yeah, I mean, I think he gets the Movsar versus Lerone Murphy winner.
Yeah.
And then you're probably looking at maybe squeezing one more in before the end of the year. You want to give him like a December title fight or a November title fight based on that. Also depends on how quick the turnaround is on Lerone in Movsar. Right. Because that one could come in July or August instead. And if it comes in July and August, you're probably only going to get two. And that'll be the end of the division. If not, you could see somebody sneak in, one of the guys, the long shots we talked about, a couple of good wins for Steve Garcia, a couple of good wins for Gian Silva could probably put him in that conversation too. I know we didn't touch him because he would have come in. I'm pretty sure all the odds I saw were him with less than 1,200. And I just, there's just too much that has to happen after losing to Diego Lopez. I think probably we're just talking about like a little 4-man tournament with those 4 guys we talked about and who are already booked. It's kind of, the booking's kind of easy for this one.
Yep. Volkanovski fought 3 times in 2023, but then only once last year, in 2024 and once last year. So that's making our bet look a little bit better as well. I can't see online if I think the UFC has contracts in Australia that they're going to do multiple times a year. I know obviously they're going to Sydney in less than a month. I think they're probably going later in the year as well. I'm not sure if it's going to be pay-per-view or a fight night. That's something that would make you consider Volkanovski fighting multiple times as well. But obviously it depends on how much, like Gumby said, how much damage he takes, how much damage challengers take in their fights that are already scheduled. But I like our play, considering Volkanovski hasn't been super active over the past few years. If you're buying future stock in someone, there's a lot of fighters Bias. I like, at least in here. Bias is your pick, yeah.
Bias and Myron Santos, like those are the two.
Yep. I agree. It's a very good division for young talent. As I'm scrolling through it, so should be good. Featherweight looks like it is in good shape despite the champ leaving and the aging champ at the top now. So should be good. Years going for it. I think Volkanovski should plan his exit strategy. Some of these hard hitters we're talking about coming up, I think he should plan a retirement very soon before he gets his knock blocked off. But that's his knock blocked off. His block knocked off. Normally fighters don't do that though. So all right, you're set. Featherweight. We'll be in the Discord if you want to chat more. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. We shall be on YouTube. Check out the comments. MMA Gambling Podcast. Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram. I got a Substack, moneymma.substack.com. Gummy's got the Top Turtle MMA podcast. It's back up and running, I guess, this week as we were speaking, right? LFA interviews this week.
Yeah, we got 2 LFA interviews. Josiah Harrell, who's going to be in the co-main event of the first LFA card of the year, which is coming to you on the 16th. And Isaiah Gomez, too, who is a new heavyweight on the scene. So make sure you check out those.
All right, check out Top Turtle and, of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. Back tomorrow with, I guess we're going up weight class, lightweights. I've got a new nickname. I'm the Kitchener Terror. Do you know who's I stole that nickname from? Not the Kitchener part, but the blank terror part from a featherweight.
No, I ain't got it.
The Newfoundland Terror. The Newfie fighter, Gavin Tucker.
Oh,
does he still fight? He's still listed.
Sure.
Anyhow, and we'll call you the Boston finisher. You're close enough to Boston, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.